ಹಾಗೆ ಪ್ರಜಾವಾಣಿಯ ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜರ್ ದಿನೇಶ್ ಸರ್ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರು ಈ ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಭವಾರಿ. ಪ್ರತಿ ವರ್ಷ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅನೇಕ ರೀತಿಯ ಕಾರ್ಯಪ್ರಯೋಜನಗಳನ್ನ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಗೆ ತಂದುಕೊಟ್ಟು ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದನ್ನು ಈ ವರ್ಷವೂ ಕೂಡ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತವನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾದ ನಂತರ ಶಾಲೆಯ ವೆಂಕಟೇಶ್ ಮತ್ತು A.P.J ಮೇಡಮ್ ಅವರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಂದ ನಂತರ ಮುಂದಿನ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ.
Happy morning. I know when the exam is just 5 months down the line, happiness cannot be enjoyed. We have also gone through the same status quo. Your lecturers, your principal, your director, all of us have experienced the same kind of situation that 5 months down the line when there is an exam, we always have what is called as tension, fear. Now, today I have been invited. If I can make this challenge a little easy, I can start giving you certain guidelines, certain do's and don'ts, so that your so-called 4 months, 5 months down the line, whatever the exam you are going to face, can I help you to achieve a little better than whatever you are already prepared? Can we change the past? No. ಏನು ಆಗೋಗಿದೆ ಆ ದಿನಗಳನ್ನ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗಿ I cannot relive that days and make some changes. Definitely not. But can I make my future better by participating on everyday basis for the next 4 months to see to it that my ultimate goal would be I am going to face an exam. How can I score the maximum possible marks that is possible by me? This will be your ultimate goal. Let us understand, directly or indirectly, we have already set goals in many such occasions, not even knowing. For all those who are 10th standard, when you went and saw your 9th standard result, for those who are +1 and +2, when you saw your 10th standard result, ಆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ದ ಆ ಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನ್ಸಿಗೆ ಏನು ಅನ್ಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಆಯಿತು? ದಿಸ್ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೈನ್. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟಪಟ್ಟು ಓದಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ವುಡ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೀನ್ ಮೈ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಪ್ ಆನ್ ಅನ್ ಹೈಯರ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಂತ deep inside something in you says you could have done much better than what you have done right now, provided you would have put the right kind of efforts, provided you would have taken the teacher's help much more than what you would have taken, provided you wouldn't have wasted your time on TVs, provided you wouldn't have wasted your time on friends, provided you wouldn't have actually delayed most of the things which you delayed. This feeling comes to every one of us. Right now, many of your lecturers would be doing their PhD. When they look at their PhD result also, their mind also says, I could have done much better than this. So automatically, a moment a goal has been set. Now, nota, always understand, our human mind has 3 elements. One is Krishna, who is a neutral element. He cannot fight a Kurukshetra for us. He will be there as a charioteer, but it is your responsibility to win the war. But we cannot win the war because we have 2 elements other than Krishna. One is positive mind, I'll call him as Arjuna. One more is negative mind, I'll call him as Duryodhana. The charioteer Krishna is ready to take you to wherever you want to go. But the choice has to come from Arjuna saying that I want to go to this place. If Arjuna becomes mum and Duryodhana says, I want to do this, the charioteer still will have to take to the place where you need to go. Very beautifully, Clement Stone, the CEO of Food Icon Company, he told, if you think you can, you can. If you think you cannot, you cannot. This is a beautiful saying. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಇದು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಿದ್ರೆ yes you are right, you will definitely do it. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸಿದಾಗ definitely you are right, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So irrespective of what the outside world is, if you are what you are today, it is only because of you. And most of the times if you are not what you could have become today, it is again only because of you. We are talking about goal setting. But let us also ask this question, who is our best friend? हमारा दोस्त कौन है? Who is our best दुश्मन? हमारा दुश्मन कहाँ है? Most of the time we say दुश्मन कहाँ है? बगल में नहीं है, अंदर है. Repeat after me. दुश्मन कहाँ है? बगल में नहीं है, अंदर है. If you have scored 90, it was only because of you. If you have scored 60, it is only because of you. Bagal wala person will never help you. You made the choice. Every time the alarm rings at 4 o'clock in the morning, your teachers have told, your principal has told, lot of media people have told, YouTube has told that Brahma Muhurta is the right time for you to study. Get up and start studying at that time. Why? That is the time when with little efforts you can get maximum benefit. All of us know. How many of us are ready to follow that? दुश्मन कहाँ है? बगल में नहीं है. You are the दुश्मन because you did not wake up. Again, if you are successful and if you are consistently getting up every day at 4 o'clock, again I am repeating the same word. दोस्त कहाँ है? दोस्त भी बगल में नहीं है, अंदर है. Now the choice is for the next 4 months, ask yourself whether I want to be a dushman to myself or whether I want to be a dost to myself. Choice is yours. A chai wala becomes the prime minister and he is admired as the greatest prime minister the world has ever seen. I am talking about Narendra Modi. Narendra Modi का दोस्त कौन है? Narendra Modi himself. Narendra Modi का दुश्मन कौन है? Narendra Modi himself, if he has not achieved. Why I am telling you this is Narendra Modi's own brothers are still in the same place having a small shop. That is the kind of achievement what they have done. Why? दुश्मन कहाँ था? उनके अंदर था. So you will have to ask your question, if a tribal woman, who are called tribals? Tribal are those people who live in deep forest. They are actually those people who live with animals. Their coexistence is, they and animals put together is their way of living life. Clothes, it's not a necessity for them. That is the kind of environment they live. And this girl from that place starts making up the right choices. And today, she is the President of India. She is the first citizen of India. Again, if I am asking you, Dushman kahan hai? Again, under hai. She was a friend to herself. She started taking right kind of decision, right kind of choices, and she saw herself where she is now. Our goal can be explained in a concept of B, C, D. Repeat after me. B, C, D. Birth is B, C is choices, D is death, or I call it as destination. What is your destination? Your destination is the marks that you want to achieve. It could be 85%, it could be 90%. Destination is fixed. You are born, all of us are born equals, greatest gift God has given. You go and ask Tendulkar's mom, Amma, Tendulkar barvaga bat sameta nim hotteyinda bannamma. He says, no, greatest gift is all of us are born equal. That fisherman's son, he was also born equal. But he made the right choices, so he reached the destination what he was supposed to reach. What was that destination? He becomes the greatest scientist the world has ever seen. When his father and mother's least expectation was, Nan maga oppa olle fisherman adre saaku anna expectation ittu. Now again I am asking you, do you think your parents, your teachers, your principal, your school, the place is responsible for your success? No. You alone are responsible for your success. There is a beautiful saying, where there is a way, there is a will. Can you repeat it? Where there is a way, there is a will. No, let us rephrase it. There is always a way. Do you have the will? ಇದೇ ಕಾಲೇಜಿಂದ ಇದೇ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಂದ % ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಇದೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ % ತಗೊಂಡಂತ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇದೇ ಚೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಇದೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಮಿನಾರ್ ನ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ರೈಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಚಾಯ್ಸಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಾಟ್ 100%. ವೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಯು ನೌ? You will have to walk the same path. You are not walking a new path there. Again I am telling you, if you need to be successful, who is responsible? You alone are responsible. Narendra Modi took up the right choices. So he was a chaiwala. He did not die as a chaiwala. Fisherman's son, he is a fisherman. But he did not die as a fisherman. He went up to become the greatest president. This Droupadi Murmu, who was in the forest, did not know how to. That is the kind of life they lived. But her thinking was too big. When your thinking is too big and your dream is too big, an ordinary person becomes an extraordinary person, because whenever opportunities knock, right kind of choices were made. Every time the alarm rings, it's an opportunity. Every time special class is given, it's an opportunity. Every time assignment is given, it's an opportunity. Most of you, how do you complete assignments? Assuming you're 10th and you're plus 2, your teacher gives you an assignment telling by next Saturday you will have to complete this assignment and the record book has to be submitted. The purpose of me giving you assignment is so that when you keep consistently doing the assignment, trying to understand the subject, trying to know and have knowledge, slowly write it in the form of a neat handwriting, when that record book has been created, you will start learning a lot of things. But what kind of negative attitude you will get into? Today when the assignment is given, you should go today, complete the assignment. But what will you do? No. Instead of today, anyway I have time till Saturday, I'll do it tomorrow. What did you do? You did what is called as first postponing, procrastination. This is the biggest disease. If you do the right things at the right time, at its own time, then you will reach the destination possible. But when you procrastinate and when you say, I want to do it tomorrow, you're pushed it to tomorrow. Nade bandag ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? You will again push it to tomorrow. Again nade bandag ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? You will again push it to tomorrow, because procrastination will never stop at once. Every time it will make your mind feel comfortable. I'm not saying I'm not going to study. I will study. But instead of now, I will study from tomorrow. I'll do the assignment tomorrow. When the tomorrow comes on Friday evening, you know there is no tomorrow left. When tomorrow is test, you know there is no tomorrow left. When tomorrow is final exam, you know there is no tomorrow left. Helplessly that day you sit and do the assignment, but the assignment objective was for you to understand the subject and that should help in the exam. But right now, Friday evening, you are finishing the assignment, not because you want good marks. Your goal has changed. What is your goal? If I don't submit the assignment tomorrow, my teacher will scold. The choice of completing on the same day, when it is not executed, when it gets on to procrastination, and finally when you complete the assignment, your objective is lost. Why the first test is given? Every small responsibility, when it is thrown onto you, you should exhibit phenomenal performance there, so that bigger responsibility will automatically come. Dhoni also was given an opportunity. Look at the way goal setting was understood and executed by Dhoni. The loudest way to tell the world shut up is to you should give results. From tomorrow I'll get up at 4. That's all. Next we will see it later. That is what we say. The loudest way to tell the world shut up is give results. Everybody repeat. The loudest way to tell the world shut up is I'll start giving results. I'll start executing things. He was just a new player. He was playing good. But when opportunities come, goal is already set. Everybody has a goal. Nobody is born ordinary. Do you think you are ordinary? No. God could have actually given you birth as any such animal or an insect or a worm or a bird or a fish or any such microorganism which is not even visible to the naked eye. Do you think you are not the chosen one? You are the chosen one among those billions and billions of species. You are being picked up to become what is called as human being, the most sacred living thing in this world. Anta ಒಂದು gift na ನಿಮಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು, and he has given one more gift. All of us are born equal. Tendulkar was born equal, Narendra Modi was born equal, Narayan Murthy is born equal, Sudha Murthy is born equal, Steve Jobs was born equal, Mother Teresa was born equal, Abdul Kalam, everybody. But the greatest return gift what you can give unto your God is, oh God, you have given me a human birth. I will live my life so humongous that you will feel proud that one human life was not wasted. Always remember, there was a time when Modi was required and he was born. There was a time Gandhiji was required and he was born. And right now you are required, so you are born. You are not coincidence. Nothing in life happens out of coincidence. You are incidental, and this class was incidental. I did not know, you did not know that something like this will happen. God has created the situation. Now the choice is yours. I'll take this class so seriously that I will not be the same person what I was before this class and after this class. Choice has to be executed by you with confidence. Same thing happened to so-called, what we talk about our great captain Dhoni, Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Why I am talking about leadership skills and goal settings? Everybody can set goals. But when opportunities are given, if you cannot grab it, then goals will remain as goals only and it will die as a goals only. It so happened, if all of you remember, the first 2020 World Cup was announced and India was never a part, means India had never experienced 2020 matches. Recently, because of IPL, India has experienced the highest level of 2020 matches. But before that, when the first World Cup was announced, India was in a dilemma whether to send a team or not. Not sending a team was not acceptable, so the management decided whether they win matches or not, it's okay. Participation is important. Let us send a team so that it should not look like India could not set a team and send it to this World Cup. That will be more negative. Not even expecting them to go to semi-finals, they had to decide a team which will simply go participate and come. All of us have this biggest problem. We are allergic to this word called as failure. ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಇದೆ. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಓದಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಓದ್ತಾ ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓಕೆ. ಹೌ ಮೆನಿ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಡಿಡ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಡಿ? ಒನ್ಸ್, ಟ್ವೈಸ್, 10 times you start giving up. If you give up, he can also not help you. God only helps those who are ready to help themselves. If you are not ready to help yourself, teachers cannot help you. You will have to go up to the teacher and say, "Ma'am, I'm not understanding. Please do something. Let me learn it again from you. I know you can teach me." With that confidence you go. No teacher would like to say no, because their objective and their only goal for the next 4 months is your results. The principal's goal for next 4 months is your results. And even the security man who is coming, yakama late bande beg hogama class attend madu, because his intention is also that you should score the best. But you don't take decision, they cannot work for you. Krishna is neutral. He is only a charioteer. You say, Krishna, take me to Big Boss, he will take you to Big Boss. Watch for 1 hour. Big Boss will improve. You will not improve. Instead you say, no, take me to the special class. It will help you. The choice what you make is in your hand. Krishna is just a charioteer. Arjuna says, take me to this place. Studies is positive mind. Duryodhana says, 1 hour Big Boss nodidre enu problem agalla. Then you are taking it to Duryodhana's place. Choice is yours. Reels ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕೆಟ್ಟದಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. That 10 minutes becomes 1 hour and that 1 hour becomes actually 10 hours. You will not know, because there is an hypnosis, artificial intelligence that is being implemented. Nobody in this world can dare a reel and say, I am going to watch only for 2 minutes and I am going to come back. It's highly impossible. He has such an hypnotic arrangement in him that he will identify the best and the best and the best of the videos that you have watched, depending on how immediately you scroll. You scroll immediately, he identifies this is not liked by her. When you watch for 75%, he keeps a tag that she likes this. And when you watch 100%, she comes to a fix, she likes this kind of a video, he likes this kind of a video, and you keep scrolling. It was 7 o'clock, you wanted to start at 7:15, it's already 8:15, time is gone. Time never waits for anybody. The greatest gift God has given all of us uniformers, that 24 hours is 24 hours for every one of us. Irrespective of whether you are rich or poor, time is a constant. It is given in equal quantity to everybody. How you manage that time to come out of it is your skill set. Your goals are also that. And there is a time for everything, and everything should happen in that time only. You will never get one more 10 standard. Never. If you write one more 10 standard, it is called as a second attempt. There is never a second PUC. It is always the second PUC only. There is never going to be a second PUC. Like that, when opportunities come, you will have to grab. So the management team decided we will have a culmination of senior team players and junior team players, 50-50. So they call all the players for a selection meeting, In one room all the seniors are kept, in the other room all the juniors are kept. So once the seniors are kept in one room, the management committee comes and they says, this time we want to send a culmination of both juniors and seniors. So first let us decide who is going to be the captain. And a question is asked, who would like to captain the first 2020 World Cup? There are so senior most players, none of them even raised their hand. Why? They were afraid of failure. The word failure, irrespective of the age, all of us are also allergic to this word failure. Hogi takshana we will have to eat a success. But let our mind understand, if you want to actually experience success, you should have experienced failure. Because success only comes when you have multiple times failed. Who told this? Thomas Alva Edison. He designed 9,999 ways by which if a bulb is actually manufactured, it will not consistently work. And then he told, I don't consider 9,999 attempts as failure. I only consider, I know 9,999 ways by which if I study, I will not get the subject. Most of you, ನಾನು 3 ಸತಿ ಓದ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಪ್ರಾಣೆಗೆ ಮುಟ್ಟೋದಿಲ್ಲ. No, that concept will never work because you don't know which is your nth vada. And for teachers also, ನಾನು ಒಂದ್ಸತಿ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ, they will understand. No, your goal is you will have to keep teaching until unless they understand. And you know, if Krishna was not a successful person after one chapter, how can you and be successful in one chapter? He had to say 18 chapters to persuade Arjuna, start fighting now. And you and me are no different. Which is your nth vada? You also don't know, I also don't know. But we will have to understand which is our nth vada. This is a beautiful story. A story in a story and a story. But still afterwards you will recollect all the stories. Stories are for you when you actually make the wrong choice. I will come, your principal will come and he will say, hey, change. And you will change. We will be the chariot here. We will take the chariot and we will hit your chariot. And every time when you do wrong, your mom will be in your thought. And she's saying, don't do it. But still you do it. That is your Krishna, the chariot here. But if you still do the wrong, he is also not going to help you. Let us understand why this nth vada is different for everybody. All of you repeat, nth vada or sapt vada. Sapt means sapt rushi, we say na 7 rushis. The story goes like this. There was this Udupi man who had completed his BCom and he had to attend an interview in Infosys and he was well trained by his trainers and I also had taken his personality development classes. So he was an amazing performer. Interview facing skills was in his blood. So he came all the way from Udupi to Bangalore and he attended an interview and he was through the interview and an offer letter was given to him and he was so happy looking at that offer letter. He told, I will have to treat myself something best. So thinking that he has to treat himself something best, he starts thinking, right now my stomach is asking for food. I am very hungry. Let me go to the nearest hotel and have a small breakfast. So he comes to an hotel where it is overly crowded. And most of the small Udupi hotels, the owner himself will sit at the counter. The owner is sitting at the counter and he goes up to the owner and says, Sir, aache vada, idli ella hakide, best idli, best vada. Sir, your vada is very tasty, sir. Ah, sir, one of the best vadas in Bangalore, sir. Does your vada satisfy my hunger, sir? He says, yes, sir, it can satisfy anybody's hunger. It is being told. He goes and he sits there. And this man again asks, sir, do you charge anything for chutney and sambar? Sir, ನೀವು ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡಿ, ಅದು ಫ್ರೀಯಾಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ ಸರ್, ಬರೀ ವಡೆ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸರ್ ಒನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ವಡ ಒಂದು ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಸರ್, it will be 40 rupees sir. So he sits. The owner orders 1 plate vada kodi. The vada is given, he breaks it into 4 pieces, puts it in sambar, chutney, adds, eats it, and he looks at the owner and says, sir, very tasty. After he completes the first vada, he again looks at the owner, so very very tasty, but stomach not full. So immediately he says, plate vada kodu. The owner is happy, he is making the bill, 4 ones are 4, 4 2s are 8, 80 rupees. That is also eaten and he again says, tasty but stomach not full. fourth vada over, fifth vada over, sixth vada over, and now the owner knows, in ನನ್ನ ಮಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ವಡ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿಗೆ ತಿನ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಈ ಹೋಟ್ಲನ್ನೇ ಬಂದ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ. I can predict that he cannot even take one piece of vada. I can make out that his stomach is full. But still I am happy, I have made a big billing. 7 4s are 21. ಇನ್ನೂರ 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ billing. So he is thinking of that and he says, one plate vada kodi, and the vada is given. He breaks it into 4 pieces. Again dips it into sambar, dips it into chutney, and he dips it into. But when he takes the first one, before he could chew and actually gulp it, he knows remaining vada is still here, it won't go. He forcibly puts water and puts it through. Now he is completely full. He looks at the owner and says, tasty, and stomach also full. He comes to the counter and he takes 40 rupees, he gives, and he is going out. The owner is holding on to him and says, sir, what is the price? 210, sir. Sir, ನ್ಯಾಯ ಮಾತಾಡಿ. ಏನು ಸರ್ ನ್ಯಾಯ? ನಾನೇನು ಕೇಳಿದ್ದು, can your vada satisfy my hunger? First vada did not satisfy my hunger, it was a failure. Second time I did the same lesson, few of them did not understand, it's my second attempt. And third time when I did, few more who did not understood, they also understood, that's also fine. But nth vada, sir, that nth vada satisfied my hunger. ಆ nth vada ನಾನು ಪೂರ್ತಿನೂ ತಿಂದಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದೇ ಪೀಸ್ ತಿಂದಿರೋದು, 10 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ನಾನು ನ್ಯಾಯವಾದಿ ಸರ್, 40 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ. We'll stop the discussion there. Ask yourself, do you know which is your nth vada? Did Thomas Alva Edison know which was his nth attempt that can make him actually design a bulb in the manner it can work consistently for a longer time? So we say it is called as nth vada. For the teachers we say it has to be an nth attempt. Do the same thing, explain it in a different manner until unless he understands. Let us be proud about being a teacher. Because I heard it from a great gentleman who came as a soul just to inform us this. He came in a dream of one my teacher and he told, you teachers are very, very lucky. How do you say that? You go to heaven, you will realize. Before that only tell me, in heaven there are multiple queues. And there is one person called as Chitragupta. On the judgment day he sits and he decides whether you should go to hell or heaven. But you teachers are lucky. Why? Chitragupta is no mediator there. There is a separate queue for teachers. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. A guru is more than my mom, a guru is more than my dad, my guru is more than Brahma, a guru is more than Vishnu, the guru is more than Maheshwara, and guru is more than the creator of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, that Parabrahma. And that guru, if you cannot see in your teacher, you cannot become that Arjuna at all. You will live as Duryodhana in the class and you will die as Duryodhana. You cannot become that Ekalavya. To become that Ekalavya, you should get aligned to the teachers. Not all students are capable of doing that. Why? Your choices are not right. That spiritual alignment, when you cannot have with that guru, it will not do miracles in the exam. When you have a spiritual alignment with the guru, I have seen students saying, ma'am, adeno gottilla, neev yavado date kottidro ade exam al bandittu. Why that spiritual connect will happen? When you look at them as that process. If you can actually arrange or align your frequency to your teacher, just like Arjuna aligned to actually Dronacharya, much greater was Ekalavya aligning to Dronacharya. You will be the greatest archer. You can see the best of the best marks that can come onto you. But most of you are living with an attitude of Duryodhana and you are expecting Arjuna's result. It shall not happen. So you will have to change the way you look at it. They go to the senior team and they say, who is going to be the captain? None of them say they want to be the captain. Forget about being the captain. 90% of them say we don't want to be a part of a team. Why? It is a new kind of a match. We don't have experience. So we don't want to be a part of a team. It's a younger generation's game. Let all the youngsters go. Only 1 or 2 volunteered from the senior team and they told we cannot be a captain. Why? They could not actually take the daringness to be the captain because they knew failure and success is a part of life. They were attracted to success, but they were allergic to failure. The moment you become allergic to failure, then you cannot become a leader. Your leader will fail miserably in you. If you want to be a leader, you should not be allergic to failure. If you have not failed multiple times, that means you have not challenged yourself enough. You are living in a comfort zone. Living in a comfort zone, a chai wala will die as a chai wala. A paper boy will die as a paper boy. A fisherman's son will die as a fisherman. And the tribal woman will die in the same forest as a tribal woman, and life cannot make a change in you if you want to sit in comfort zone. Can you push on a daily basis from comfort zone to an uncomfort zone? When will you know you have come to an uncomfort zone? When you experience something called as pain. Where there is pain, there is gain. Where there is no pain, there is no gain. If I want the gain of my 12th standard results to be the best, because that is the turning point, that is the launch pad, that is the place where buses are available for your career. If you have failed in second PUC, you will have to go to a different stop. That cannot take you to that career. I want 2.5 lakhs per month salary. I want 1.5 crores per year salary. If this is the goals what you are setting, then you need to have proper academic background. If you don't have proper academic background, you cannot get onto the bus at all. That is very important. That is a launch pad. So for that, you will have to start working right from now and start making the right choices. Your birth, that means your choice of beginning has happened B, but the right kind of choices can take you to that destination. BCD way of living life. Repeat after me. BCD way of living life. Right kind of choices have to be made, and the choices have to be made when the choice comes to you. When an opportunity comes, you should make a choice. Opportunity comes and goes, and then you say, "Nanu captain agidre chenagirtittu." It doesn't work. And then they come to the junior team. When the junior team was actually sitting there, the management had to select the captain also. They had to select 80% of the players from the junior team. Now, they just wanted to throw a challenge onto the juniors. So they asked this question. We have already decided who is the captain. We have already decided 50% of the senior players who will join, 50% of you. In case if we want to select a captain from the junior players, who would like to be, before he can complete that B, one hand raises there and it says, "Apan captain banega." And that person was Mahendra Singh Dhoni. And an opportunity was given, there was no looking back. Hurdles won't be there, will be there. The first match was lost. We also in Deccan Herald, we wrote, what kind of selection committee is this? Were they drunk when they were selecting the players, or were they drunk when they are selecting the captain who has least experience? We also wrote, the world will ridicule you when you fail, it's common. But when you are success, the same word will applaud you. The loudest way to tell the world shut up is to show results. Don't get into an argument when you fail. Chandrayana 1 was a failure, Chandrayana 2 was a failure, but the goal was set. Chandrayana 3 has to be successful. Let us work in all the manners so that soft landing is our target, and we will see to it that soft landing has to be practiced from all the ways, and we will see to it that soft landing perfectly happens. Do you know the kind of pseudo soft landing that was practiced was not once or twice. They had practiced it 200, 300 times. Creating an environment where it is very high humidity, creating an environment where there is lot of wind and gush of wind, but still they practiced in such a manner that they knew Chandrayana 3 shall have a soft landing, and it had a soft landing. But for Chandrayana 3 to be successful, Chandrayana 1 and 2 failure was required. Failures will help you to understand life. And most of you, if you have not experienced failure, you are living a mediocre life. What is that mediocre life? You are living a life just like animals in zoo also live. They also eat, they also sleep, they also do everything that you do, and they will also multiply. We are also going to do the same thing. Then what's the difference between them and we? You should challenge, go out of your comfort zone. And God plays this beautiful trick. In every initial pain, He keeps a permanent pleasure. In every initial pleasure, He keeps permanent pain. Repeat after me. initial pain gives you permanent pleasure. Once again, initial pain gives you permanent pleasure. Initial pleasure gives you permanent pain. Repeat me. Initial pleasure gives you permanent pain. When you know this logic and a choice is given, Dhoni took up a choice saying, I know it is painful to be a captain. But what is easy? It is easy to play as a match. But I don't want to get there. Let me challenge myself. I am ready to take up the pain of being a captain. And Dhoni says, "Apun captain karke aayega." And the first match is lost. The entire newspaper, media started abusing the players also. They started throwing tantrums on the selectors also. But Dhoni told, we don't mind. Next, fifth se we will bounce back. And he bounced back. After that, we did not even actually lose any match. All the matches were won, and the World Cup was also ours. And when an opportunity is given, when you grab it in full hands, there is no looking back. Dhoni was not only a captain of 2020, after 6 months, he was honored of being a captain for the 50-50 one-day international matches, and slowly he was also given the captainship of the test. Why? He was ready to attack failures. He was ready to experience failures. He was ready to take up a pain when all the senior players wanted a comfort zone. They never wanted to get into the team. Now the choice is given to you. On a daily basis, do you like to volunteer pain or do you want to volunteer pleasure? What should you volunteer? You should promise yourself from today, repeat after me, from today, I shall follow accepting pain on a daily basis. Because I know initial pain gives me permanent pleasure. Now, getting up early in the morning, it is painful. Every day when man does a chapter, going home and writing and learning, it is a pain. And reading multiple times, it's a pain. But when I volunteer this pain on a daily basis, after some time, what you see when the results pour in, you will have a permanent pleasure for your lifetime. Because your 10th standard and your 12th standard, whatever achievements or the marks that you score, it will remain yours for lifetime. And for that to happen, you should volunteer on a regular basis the pain. The more you accept that small pains, you will get that permanent pleasure. The more you actually volunteer the choices of taking pleasure, and you will have a permanent pain. When your SSLC marks for fails, means one of the subject is failed, or one of the subjects you got very low marks, or you did not get the required percentage which can take you to science, what do you feel? You will feel pain for your lifetime. And you will be always repenting, I should have studied well, I should have studied well. Right now you have this choice. From now to 4 months down the line, we as teachers, we from Deccan Herald, and all of us put together, we have only one objective: if I can help you to score better than what you are scoring right now. So you have a choice to make. Because your goal is all about your exams, I would like to talk on 2 more elements because I had only 1 hour's time. One more is, whenever we talk about exams, we are not afraid of exams, but in the exams, you are afraid of what is called as forgetting. All of you are afraid of what is called as forgetting? You go to the exam hall, even in your 9th, even in your 8th, and all of you in your +1. When you got the question paper, you look at the question paper, you will automatically feel, this is from the first chapter, hey, this is from the 3rd, this is from the 4th. When this chapter was done, I remember ma'am scolded my friend Lata so badly because she disturbed the class. Everything is there. But you pick up a pen and when you start actually writing, the answers won't come. And the moment you leave the examination hall and go, tapak, the answers will start falling on you. Why? Yes, forgetting. Forgetting is actually it is a vara or a shapa. Is it a curse or it is a boon? Yes, in certain aspects it's a curse, in certain aspects it's a boon. We will talk from the boon perspective. Forgetfulness is a gift given by God so that you must and should forget few things or else your life cannot continue. when your loved ones die right in front of your eyes. It could be your grandmother, sometimes we may lose our parents also. You cannot hold on to that burden for a longer time. You will perish, you will get into depression and you want to end up your life. That is what you will get into if you don't forget. So what does the counselor advise? If your daughter is so much attached to the grandmother, she is not able to come out of it, the counselor will say, take her to a new place or a new city where nothing should remind her about her grandmother. And slowly she will be okay. Now, if I don't want to forget, I told you to forget what you will have to do. Not to forget what you will have to do, the same counselor will say, you will have to redo the same thing what you are doing again and again, and that subject, whatever the important point, should be visible to you everywhere you go, and that's the subject what you want to actually memorize should be audible to you every now and then, and that subject which you wanted to come again and again, you should have written it multiple times and it should have come to you. If you can start doing these work, then in the exam it automatically comes. That's how studies has to be done. But most of us don't know what kind of study style we belong to. We as teachers will always have a challenge to identify what style few of you students are. There are three kinds of styles. One is, or we call it as visual style. Who is this visual person? The teacher explains something on the board. The teacher explains something on the board, you observe the board and you are able to see and grasp things just like that. You open the book without making any noise, you just observe and learn, observe and learn, observe and learn. These are called as visual people. So they will have to be taught quite differently and they will have to practice what works for them. They cannot practice what doesn't work for them. Visual people will have to read silently, no reading will happen. They will have to just look into it. It's mind reading. It works. There are the second kind of people who are called as auditory people. Auditory people are those who need to listen to it again and again, listen to it again and again, listen to it again and again. That's the reason I say the beauty of today is technology. Have it recorded. Listen to it any number of times. First time you did not understand, second time you understand. Even for visual people, at least watch the teachers teach the same lesson 10 times, it will get into your head. Your nth vada may be 9, our nth vada may be 2, our nth vada may be 4. In the class we can follow one common system, but when it is recorded and when it is given to you, at home you can do as many number of times, because for you, in order to get what you want to get, your nth vada is completely different and my nth vada is completely different. So let me see it any number of times. These are called as auditory people. But if you have a challenge, maximum of them are kinesthetic people. Who are these kinesthetic people? Thomas Alva Edison and 80% of all of us. We cannot just observe things and understand. Any number of times somebody says, or we go for group discussion, keep on reading to each other, keep on recording the audio, listening to it again and again, still it does not work. For us, we will have to write, do the experiment, only then we understand. That's the very reason assignments are given to you. So that you write, understand, grasp things, and then slowly the assignment gets completed, your knowledge on the subject also masters. But when you don't do with that objective, you do only with an objective, teacher will scold or the principal might scold, then the purpose is lost, your entire goal. The charioteer Krishna says, Arey yaar, anyway you will have to write. Why don't you write from the examination perspective? But when the examination perspective is changed, you are not going towards the goal, you are going away from the goal. Now the choice is, for the next 4-5 months, can I decide on one thing and I will consistently work towards it to reach the goal what I need to reach. Now, if you want to score 100%, research has told, irrespective of whether you are audio or a visual person, you can easily get accommodated to kinesthetic, because kinesthetic is a painful, time-consuming exercise, but still it is more result-oriented. So my advice to each and every one of you, when you look at all the lessons, there will be 2-3 lessons which are the most difficult lessons. Those difficult lessons can be conquered only in kinesthetic manner. And kinesthetic is very, very powerful. Let me tell you, because I am talking about your goal that you need to achieve. and kinesthetic is the most powerful. But kinesthetic is also considered as a dull student. Who was told these lines? Thomas Alva Edison was told. One day when Thomas Alva Edison as a school boy went to his 4th standard class, they did not allow him in 4th standard, they put him into 2 years lesser than that 2nd standard. Even in 2nd standard, he was not able to perform up to the mark because he was a special child, he was a slow learner, he was little handicapped in his mental ability. He could not observe and learn things, he could not listen and learn things. That disability was there. So the principal writes a letter to her mother and she sends it along with him and says, give it to this mother and she will understand. From tomorrow you need not come to the school. This boy goes and gives the letter to her mother and his mother opens the letter with tears in her eyes. She's not able to express her son what the letter meant. But somehow she took enough courage to read the letter loudly and she read it like this. You are a genius child. Means the letter goes like this. Dear mother, your son is a most genius personality. He needs to be trained only at home. Our school is not equipped to teach such genius students. So please, you do not send him for school from tomorrow. We tried our level best, but we could not. Thank you. And the letter ends. It so happened that one day when he was at his 35-40 years of age, when he was shifting certain items of his into a new place, he finds a whole trunk of his mother. So he wanted to see what are the things inside, and there he sees the same letter which his mother had read. And for the first time, he opens that letter, and as he is reading, there is tears in his eyes. The letter actually read, your son is a mentally handicapped special child. Our school is not capable of teaching him. Even if we teach, he is not able to understand. I am very sorry, you will have to keep him at home. And the principal had put a signature and given. Right now, how many of you are in this pedestal? All of you are already gifted. You are gifted with humongous things. But still, you think there is a lot of disabilities in you. Let me share a few things and then we will wind up. All of you please close your eyes. Close your eyes, come towards the front. Nim back straight agitkolli, come towards the edge of the chair. You chair mein kuntidre, come towards the edge of this chair. Nim pada one ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ straight agiti. See, we will follow. See, because we are talking about goal settings, because we are talking about our aim is to see to it in our SSLC and 12th standard we will have to score the best marks. Before you can get into studies, the best way to start your studies is pray for Krishna and say, oh Krishna, take my 5 sensory organs and bring it under my control. Because while you are studying your 5 sensory organs, including your thought process, that is your mind, you have 6 directional inputs which is coming consistently into your mind. Your mother is preparing something at home, you can easily make out, I think mom is preparing jamun for my brother. If I don't go early and eat, last time ki tarah nan tammane ella tinbittane jamun. Your mind is working. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗೇಟ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅಂಕಲ್ ಬಂದರು. ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅಂಕಲ್ ನನಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, ತಮ್ಮಂಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ರು, ಈ ಸತಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆಡಿಯೋ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಸತಿ ಹನುಮಂತನ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಬಿಗ್ ಬಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ಕಳಿಸ್ಬಹುದು, ಪಾಪ ಹನುಮಂತ ತುಂಬಾ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯವನಾಗಿದ್ದ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನಿಂಗ್, ಯೋರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ಸ್. Okay, somebody opens the door, a wind gushes. Slowly you will start finding, why did this guy open the door? Already chedi everything ಓದ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ concentrate ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. Your mind is consistently giving your input. So what is happening? You are not able to study on your studies. So there is one yoga asana which we call it as Shanmukhi Brahmari Pranayama. What does the Shanmukhi Brahmari Pranayama do? It is a way by which I ask my 5 sensory organs not to do anything and come to a non-doing state. Repeat with me, non-doing state. What is the name of the asana? Shanmukhi, Brahmari, Pranayama. Instead of calling it as asana, in yoga we have standing asana, we have sitting asana, we have prone asana, vatte mel ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಬೆನ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಂತು ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, supine asana. Adalde, the last part is pranayama. In this pranayama, which is also one of the yoga asana, there we practice Shanmukhi Brahmari Pranayama in order to cleanse our mind and also cleanse our 5 sensory organs from giving inputs. Because the moment you close your eyes, a thought process will come. Teacher nan ಬೈಬಾರ್ದಿತ್ತು, ನಾನು ತಪ್ಪಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಟೀಚರ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಬೈದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನನ್ನೇ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಜಾರಾಯ್ತು ಗೊತ್ತಾ, hey, you are studying maths, study maths. But still teacher ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಸತಿ ಬೈಬಾರ್ದಿತ್ತು. So your mind is consistently giving that thought process of remembrance. The best way is put them into non-doing state. Statue and you should do it. But there is a system, we call it a Shanmukhi Brahmari Pranayama. What is this? Brahmari is a bee, a black bee, which creates an humming sound. ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಚೆ ಪಾಚೆ ಓಡಿದಾಗ ಅಂತ ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. That creates a vibration. If you know, vibration is considered to be the most strongest energy. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಈ ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನೀವು ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಡ್ರಿಲ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಿಷಿನು, ರೋಡ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಒಡೆಯೋ ಮಿಷಿನ್ಸ್ನ ನೋಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, there used to be a pointer which used to go point just like a drilling machine and then it used to open up. Today you go, there will be a pointer which is blunt, but simply it will be vibrating and you will be surprised, why is this vibrating? Why? Because that vibration is the highest energy. Just you create a small vibration there, the entire 3 feet by 5 feet, entire 6 feet down, every soil will get vibrated and the soil becomes so loosened, even the concrete structure will start breaking like a brittle pieces and it starts becoming easy for you to open up. So in the same manner, if I can energize my mind by doing that. So Brahmari Pranayama, but there we add up Shanmukhi, taking our 5 sensory organs into our control. Just Brahmari Pranayama is inhaling, deep inhale. Why do we say deep inhale? Is always remember our energy or prana is oxygen. When somebody is unconscious and if he falls, immediately you take him to an hospital, they say put him little oxygen, pure oxygen, he will become okay. And oxygen mask is kept and slowly when he starts breathing, he becomes okay. So oxygen is our prana, oxygen is our energy. But most of us, we do what is called as normal breathing. Our breathing won't be deep at all. Deep inhale ಮಾಡಿ ಹೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಬ್ರೆತ್ ಲಂಗ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇನಫ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋ ಅಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ವೆನ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೇಕನ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಎನರ್ಜೈಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಯುವರ್ ಬಾಡಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹೈ. ಅಟ್ ದಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ನೀವು ಶಾಲೋ ಬ್ರೀತಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಲೆಸರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲೆಸರ್. ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಲೇಜಿ, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಲೆಥಾರ್ಜಿಕ್, ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಫಾಲ್ ಸ್ಲೀಪಿಂಗ್. So we say it has to be practiced. So you inhale a loud, deep inhale for a longer time. So only we say deep inhale. And when you exhale, again inhale. Few of you may feel like laughing. That is your way of how do you handle your monkey brain? Because we come from monkeys. Sometimes we can't. We feel like laughing on our own. Please take it very seriously. Yoga is something that was gifted by our ancient culture. That was the time when zeros and ones were developed, and we should be proud about the technology today, because that Aryabhatta, he wouldn't have given that zero, we wouldn't have cherished this computer technology today, because we are working with zeros and ones in computers. A 5 round of inhale and exhale. It comes naturally. We will take another 5 minutes. When you inhale, we will do only 5 rounds. Slowly, few of you may do it right or wrong, it's okay. After that 5 rounds, I'll ask you to go for Shanmukhi Mudra. What is that Shanmukhi Mudra? You will have to open up your fingers. Take your index finger, keep it on your eyes. Okay, take your middle finger, keep it on both the nostrils on the top of it. All of you open up your fingers, try practicing it. ಐಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬಟ್ ಐಸಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕಣ್ಣು ಬಿಡಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಕಣ್ಣು ಮುಚ್ಚಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ದ ಮಿಡಲ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೋಸ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಸ್, ರಿಂಗ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಲಿಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಿಟಲ್ ಫಿಂಗರ್ ಆನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೋವರ್ ಲಿಪ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಬೋತ್ ದ ಥಮ್ಸ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ದ ಇಯರ್ಸ್, ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ಸರ್ಟ್ ದ ಇಯರ್. ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲಾಪ್ ಇದೆ ಆಚೆ ಈಚೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Many a times when you close, ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂಥರ you feel like you are going into a zero zone ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. That's the first part of Brahmani. Those who are wearing spectacles, remove your spectacles, keep it anywhere, and then you will have to practice. ಹಂಗ ಮಾಡಿದ್ಮೇಲೆ again you will have to do deep inhale and exhale again with an humming sound. ಅದು 5 rounds. ಆ 5 rounds ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ you will have to come to Dhyana Mudra. What is Dhyana Mudra? Your index finger and the thumb should touch at the tip of each other. All the other 3 fingers should be straight in one line. And keep it on your lap. Your lap and your foot should be straight on the ground. Be on the edge of the chair. Chair ಮುಂದಿನ ಭಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡಿ so that your back is not rested. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ, 1-2 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಮುಗ್ದೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರೇ ಆಗಲಿ ಕಣ್ಣನ್ನ ತೆಗಿಬಾರ್ದು. Nobody should open your eyes until unless I give you this message. Now you can slowly and gently open your eyes ಅನ್ನೋವರೆಗೂ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. ನೀವು ಧ್ಯಾನ ಮುದ್ರ ಬಂದಾಗ close your eyes, lift your head as though you are looking 30 degree on the sky. ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಮೇಲ್ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ you will be able to focus between your 2 eyebrows. ಅದನ್ನ we call it as third eye. That will help you to focus, and this will take only 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. And every day when you want to study, you do this and then get into studies. It will do wonders. All of you are there? First is deep breathing. Inhale, okay, for 5 times. Then when I say Shanmukhi, your first finger, index finger on your eyes, then nostrils, then upper lip, then lower lip, and you will have to close the thumb. When I say inhale, release little bit of your nostrils, inhale deep, and when you exhale, again the same humming sound. And then you close. Again second round andaga 5 round ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಮುಗೀತು. Then you will come to Dhyana Mudra, where you will not open up your eyes. Keep your eyes closed. When you come to Dhyana Mudra, I will instruct you, lift your head 30 degrees up and try to focus between your 2 eyebrows. ಅದು ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು thought process ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದು ಕೊಟ್ಟಾದ ನಂತರ you can until unless I say gently please open your eyes, you will have to open. Before that, we will ask you to rub your palms and then do a little bit of freshening. We will look into this. Are you all ready?
Yes, sir.
It's not coming louder. Are you all ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now sit straight. Put palms on your this one. Simple. Open up and then keep. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Inhale. 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 Last round. Open your fingers, come to Shanmukhi, your ring finger on your index finger on your eyes, middle finger on your nostrils, ring finger on your upper lip. Now inhale, and you will have to close your ears while you do this. Inhale. Third round, inhale. Fourth round. Last round. Slowly come to Dhyana Mudra. Your hands on your palms, hands on your knees. Slightly lift your head to 30 degrees, looking at the sky. 2, 3 of you open your eyes. I'll talk to your teachers. Something is not right. You are not getting aligned properly. especially you, white shirt man. Lift your head a little. Try to focus between your two eyebrows. And just introspect. ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. It will do lot of what is called as introspection and manifestation. This is called as law of attraction. Giving out gratitude for the things that you are blessed with and asking for His blessing for the new things that you want to do in your life. Oh great God, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this life. I know I could have been born as any such animal, insect or an organism or a microorganism. Thank you so much because you have given me birth as a human. Thank you once again, oh God. Oh God, thank you so much because I have a loving mother. I have a loving father. I know there are a lot of orphans who are either fatherless or motherless, or there are a lot of orphans where there is neither a father or a mother. They are just left out to live on their own. How much blessed I am, oh God, how much blessed I am. I am living in such a beautiful place where I have a caring mother, caring father. Thank you so much, oh God. Thank you so much, oh God, I am not blind. I am able to see. I know there are a lot of blind students. Last year there were 300 blind students who wrote 10th standard and they completed. Around 250 plus 2 students who scored first class even after they were blind. I know I am not blind. Thank you so much, oh God, for giving me these beautiful eyes. Now it is my turn to prove that this gift is not going to be wasted. I'll put all my efforts to see to it that all these gifts of you is going to be cherished. Oh God, thank you so much. I'm not mentally retarded. I know Thomas Alva Edison was thrown out of school because he was little challenged child. I am not. Thank you, oh God. I've studied till 10th. Thank you so much, oh God. My brain is working. I've studied till 12th. Thank you, oh God. My brain is working. Oh God, thank you so much. I have both my hands and legs. I know there are a lot of them who are handicapped. And this year, it was handicapped Olympians who proved best than the normal Olympians. We would have been in any such state, we would have given up on our life. But here are Para-Olympian medal winners of India, where our Honorable Prime Minister very proudly told, hats off to each and every one of you who went and participated and got us the medal. I'm honored that I don't have any such handicappedness. Oh God, I'm not deaf also, I'm not dumb. I can speak. I know there are a lot of people who cannot speak, who are deaf and who are dumb, they can't listen. And they have also cleared exams. Oh God, I think I having all these capabilities, I should be doing far more better than what I am doing. I will take this as a challenge, oh God. From today I will not be the same person. I'll put all my efforts in the right direction and I'll see to it I'm going to be cherishing these gifts and doing phenomenally good in my academics. I know my short-term goal for now is my exams. For my long-term goal to be fulfilled, this first short-term goal, my 10th, my 12th exam should be conquered with humongous marks. I'll work towards it, oh God. I'm so lucky, oh God. I recently visited a cancer hospital where kids were there because I wanted permission to celebrate a New Year party in that particular ward. There were 30 kids of 10 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, and young adults who were 17, 18 years old. When I took all their names because I wanted to honor them a gift with their name title printed on the gift, the doctor laughed and smiled, and with tears in his eyes he told, Mallikarjuna, I don't think so any of them would be able to touch the new year what you are expecting in another 2 months. If one of them touches, I'll be the most happiest. This ward is, all of them are in stage 3 and most of them are in stage 4. Many of them may live maximum for 1 week. But for the smile what you got them today, I'm very thankful to you. You can come on the new year, but let it not be with a nameplate because we don't know when he calls and all these are not going to be there. That is when I realized, oh God, I am blessed with such a good health. I'm so lucky, oh God. I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky I'm not a chaiwala, oh God. I'm so lucky I'm not a tribal woman, oh God. I'm so lucky my father is not a fisherman, oh God. I'm living in this beautiful Bangalore city and I'm being flooded with so much of comfort, and my parents also have only one goal, that is my studies. They are ready to take all the pain and they have just told me, you study. And with all this comfort, still if I'm not going to study, I think I'm doing something wrong, oh God. I take this pledge today, come what may. I'm going to take this pledge today in the presence of our principal, in the presence of all the teachers, that I will not be the same person what I was just before this class. I didn't realize what is happening right now in my mind. I know there is turbulence in my mind. Nobody had ever told something like this. And if somewhere you have brought in somebody to tell us this and bring a transformation in us, today I shall take that transformation. Close your eyes, just introspect. If you can bring out tears, beautiful. Your mother is struggling day in, day out for your comfort. Your father is working there right now. Maybe he is hungry, but he says, I will not go for a lunch. If I can earn 100 rupees extra, it will help my son, it will help my daughter. And they are helplessly, selflessly working there because they were not gifted what you are gifted. Their parents couldn't gift what you were gifted. Otherwise they would have been what they would have been. Thank you, oh God. Thank you so much. Thank you, oh God. Thank you so much. Thank you, oh God. Thank you so much. Thank you, oh God. Slowly bring both your palms, rub your palms, keep your eyes closed, rub your palms, generate sufficient heat. You should feel the warmth, you should feel the heat. Gently rub on your forehead, on your eyebrows, on your eyes, on your nose, on your chin, on your cheek. And very, very slowly and gently open your eyes. Thank you, love you all so much. I wish you all the best for your exams.
Attention please. Arjuna sir, you came. Yeah, Dinesh. ಕ್ಷಮೆಯಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕ್ಷಮೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ನನಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಯಾರು ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಸರ್